All right, guys, ribs and whiskey. I've had a lot of requests for this one. Here's a slide lesson. Key to this one is take this high E string and tune it to a D. Okay, that's one of the keys. Drop your guitar pick on the ground. Grab a slide. I like this glass one. It's short and stubby. My fingers are short and stubby, so it works for me. But here's what we got. That's kind of where we're at. Hopefully y'all like that. But okay, let's start with the hook because that's what everybody needs to learn. Okay, so we're gonna take right hand technique. I'm gonna show y'all that because it's so important for slide. So what we wanna do is we wanna take our thumb and rest it on top of the low E, A, and D string, and then barely touch the G string, or not barely, use the G string as an anchor. So that basically everything's muted except the B and the E string. And then I want you to practice this. Pointer, birdie, pointer, birdie, pointer, birdie, pointer, birdie, birdie, pointer, birdie, pointer, birdie, pointer, birdie, pointer. Okay? That's what's going to get you there. So, okay, so we're going to go pointer finger, sliding from about the 4th fret to the 7th. Okay, one pluck, one slide. And then we're gonna pluck with the birdie finger the E string. All right, that's the first one. And again, I've got all of these guys muted. I'm really muting them. I'm really resting on top of that G string. Okay, and that's on the 7th, B to E. Then on the 5th fret, we're gonna switch and we're gonna start with the birdie finger. And we're gonna go E to B. So, all right, so what I want you to do is I want you to watch my right hand because that's very important. On the slide technique on this hand, what we want to do is we want to rest the fingers behind the slide on the guitar strings, barely, just enough to mute them. You don't want to fret them or anything like that. And then on the slide, you want to give it a small amount of pressure. You don't want to just set it on there, but you want to just barely get it. It's a feel thing. But you want to work on that, okay? And these are all things you're gonna have to practice a lot, and they'll get better and better with repetition and time. But so anyway, so back to the basics. Oops. So again, we're 7th fret, B string, plucking with these two. Then that one we're starting with the E string to B string. Then we're going back to B string to E string on the 3rd. Now what we have to do is we have to change our position of our thumb to just mute, to just lay on top of the E string and rest on the A string. All right? And we're sliding from 2nd to 3rd. And I know some of you slide players are like, man, you're showing them the basics, but I am taking advantage of this song to maybe help somebody that doesn't know how to play slide to know the basic, correct technique without a pick. So before y'all slam me, okay? Okay, and then we're gonna go same thing, B to E string, and we're gonna pluck with our birdie finger the E, slide down to the 10th, then back. So slide down to the 10th and then pluck with the slide the 7th. All right. Then the fifth fret with the B to E. Watch my right hand. Then I have to move my thumb back to open up these two. Now you can try to do it with just your thumb. I do that sometimes, maybe. You might find that easier, right? But that's kind of, you want to get this down, I'm telling you. A really proficient slide player told me that the finger I need to be using most of the time is this pointer. And so I hope that helps you. So because what you got going on is these three notes in the middle here make a chord, like an A chord. So you can just work on it. Anyway, okay, so. Next one, we've got the deal where we're resting our thumb on the A string while we're muting the E string, and so that, and then we're resting our not our pinky, our ring finger on the B string, and our pinky finger on the E string. Okay. Or really, you can, and it's okay if it, like the B string isn't as important because it's in that, like I said, that chord. But basically, that right there is A to seventh, third to fifth, and that's again plucking the G string and the D string. That's what you want to work on. Again, muting the E string, resting on the A string, and then having that pluck there, and then muting these bottom two strings. And because you can jam with that. And then there is, so all right. So again, that one is 8th to 7th, 3rd to 5th, open, slide to 3rd, open, and then slide down to the 12th fret. And that's on these middle strings here, the B, G, and D. But really, I'm kind of having more fun just plucking the G and D and muting the rhythm. And then it in the middle it does a 3rd fret, 5th fret, and then it jumps to 5, all with the slide. You'll hear that. And then there's the other thing where you. Okay, so with that, there's what I'm liking to do is go the D string, 4th to 5th, hammer, 4th to 5th, and then hit that open G, and then pull off G, 3rd open, and then the D string open, 3rd to open, and then back to the G, open. And there's some of that where he's on the B string, 5th. Okay. A lot of pulling off. Okay. Some of that where he's just kind of working the 5th fret, 3rd fret, pulling off on the again the G string, D string. Or that's the G, hammering to that G or open G. And there's some of that there. Okay, I hope that gets y'all there.